Welcome back to Trojans Live. Jordan Moore, John Jackson talking National Signing Day with a man renowned for his recruiting ability, but of course also the offensive coordinator here at USC. It's T. Martin, and this was a defensive-heavy class, Coach, but there's some real high-profile offensive guys that we definitely want to dive into, and it all starts, as it always does, as you know, with the quarterback.
Right.
It starts with the quarterback.
He's the quarterback.
You had it all set to say receiver.
He's the one that gets to be in the inside cover in the end.
Right.
We got a pretty good receiver, a couple good receivers.
I know, that's what I'm
Good
talking
question, man. But no, you know, you got to replace a 4,000-yard passer, 1,500-yard rusher, 1,100-yard receiver. And, you know, Deontay, you know, declared for the draft.
Yep.
That style of receiver is really huge in our offense. And Amon-Ra St. Brown really fit the bill. He's unbelievable. And getting open, route running, catching the ball. And then wanted to go and get some size. And Devin was, oh, man, a guy could play defense, play offense, multiple positions on offense, multiple positions on defense. And ultimately, when I asked him what do you want to do on the college level, he said receiver. I jumped up because everybody had been recruiting him as a DB or a linebacker, and it was similar to Juju, where everyone was thinking he'd be a safety. And Juju looked at me one day and said, I want to play receiver. I was like, stop playing. And he goes, no, I'm serious, I want to play receiver. And so it worked out for him.
Stay with Amon-Ra for a second, because this is a truly unique character. I mean, I watched the Real Sports Story people should check out. There's some great articles, Bleacher Report, Sports Illustrated. It's a fascinating family, and he's a fascinating character in the family. What can people expect him to bring?
He is a monster on the field. Great guy, speak 3 languages, great family, all of that. But on the field, he is a competitive
plays angry
guy. Yeah, plays angry, strong, and just want to win. You know, coming from a winning program, excited to have him.
You know, talked about the priority when you guys start breaking down what position you want on offense, especially. Do you go for? I mean, you obviously want both. You want the talented player, but you also want what you need, you know, to fit the need. How much did that play into this class in terms of getting the talented player, but also addressing the need? And was there any needs that you thought that you might still need in the future?
Yeah, like we said earlier, start with the quarterback. You know, and when JT showed us that he would be able to reclassify, that was huge. And we were on some guys in this class, but when we figured out that he would reclassify, we put all of our attention on getting JT because we felt like, you know, he was the best quarterback in next year's class. And if he had been ranked in this year's class, we felt like he was number 1, number 2 guy in that class. And it didn't have Amon-Ra, and so all those guys being his teammates, we thought that'd be great. And then when Rojo left, wanted to get a big pounding back, you know, someone to complement Stephen Carr. You know, he's the slasher. He's the make a guy miss in space type of guy. And the attitude of offense with 4 tight ends returning, only losing 1 offensive lineman, we want to pound the ball a little bit. So we went and got a big back.
JT Daniels, you mentioned, of course. Give us the scouting report on him a little bit. They keep telling me he's a sort of a pure pocket passer, but I turned his tape on. He was running away from people, too. So it sounds like he's maybe an underrated athlete as well. Underrated
athleticism and underrated strength. You know, really, really strong guy. I saw him in the weight room in the spring lift the weights, and he had like 85-pound dumbbells, you know, incline bench pressing them. And so I thought, wow, this guy is really underrated strength-wise and athletically. So very similar to Sam. You know, Sam was a little underrated coming in, and he was able to show people what he was capable of doing with his legs, and happy to have JT.
You know, in the situation where you're at, where now you got some quarterbacks that, you got Sears, who doesn't have any experience, but he, obviously was talented in high school. You get Daniels. You got some guys now.
Right.
Does that quarterback spot just open up to like it's just open competition with really 3 guys?
Yeah, you know, Matt Fink will go in. He finished the season as the backup, and he's the more experienced guy, the guy that understands the system best right now. So we'll go in, you know, with the 1 reps. Matt will get those reps, and Jack he'll compete. And when JT gets here, they all will compete. But it's about the guy that can move the ball to get the job done and consistently play within the system and taking care of the football. You know, really in our self scout, those are things that we're looking to do and what we need from the quarterback. We're really talented at receiver, really talented at tight end, talented, experienced offensive line coming back with Toa staying, Shuma staying. That was huge for us. Austin Jackson, Andrew Voorhees getting the reps that some much-needed reps as true freshmen. It's going to make us better this upcoming year. So really excited about what we have there. The quarterback now can come in, make his plays when need be, but really distribute the ball to the playmakers.
JT, of course, coming a year early is not coming in the spring the way a lot of we've seen a lot of quarterbacks in the past. How hard will it be for him to get into that mix, and how do you try to prepare him, knowing that he can't really be here?
You know what was so cool about JT? When he committed, it was already done. He goes, I'm coming. I'm your quarterback. I'm not taking any more trips. So the rest of the times, every time he came after that, he wanted to do install. So JT is like 5 days into to install already, and he is unbelievable.
Really?
I mean, we're talking protections, checking at the line of scrimmage, route concepts, run game, and his understanding. You got to understand, he called his own plays for 3 years. Literally called the plays. Right. And I first recognized it 3 years ago when they were in a 7-on-7 camp, and I'm just kind of watching the 7-on, and most of the guys were looking to the sideline getting signals, and I noticed that JT was the one telling everyone what to do. And I said, is he calling his own plays? And his head coach goes, yeah, we don't bother him because of our plays. So you're looking at a young man who is phenomenal in terms of the neck up. And then the neck down, has a great arm, athleticism, things like that. But really excited about that and how it can balance out with the other quarterbacks. Matt Fink, tremendous athlete. Yep. You saw in the Oregon State game, pulled it down and scored a long touchdown, can really run. And an underrated arm. He's really good with the deep ball. Really excited about it.
All right. We're excited to watch it. Spring football. Spring football starts March 6th, and it's going to be open to the entire Trojan family. So get out to practices this spring and get to see some of these quarterbacks. Cooper Tires knows that the 4 tires in your vehicle are what connect you to the road and help keep you safe. Count on Cooper and visit CooperTires.com today. That's enough. We're talking D when we come back. It's Clancy Pendergast on Trojans Live.